What do you got?
I think I can prove to a judge that both of these men had the mens rea.
What the hell is a mens rea?
It's a legal term the lawyers use. It just means the intention to commit a crime.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Mens rea?
Put the cuffs on him.
How could we have gotten mens rea? We take blood? Can you do it without taking blood? We both use condoms. How is this possible? I want to see a doctor. Can I have an independent blood test?
Money!
I feel sick.
What are you doing?
Mens rea! My God!
How dare you!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing with that person, however good it feels and however many times you plan on doing it in the privacy of your own home, I'm just glad you're doing it here with me, Legal Vices, on my little old channel we call Legal Vices. Clever of me, ain't it? Well, we got a few things going on here today. First of all, of course, this is day 3 of the Amber Heard Johnny Depp sidebar transcript dramatic readings. We'll be bringing our guests in here soon to do their thing. But first, we got to do a little bit of housekeeping. Housekeeping time is here upon us. First item of housekeeping, I'm a happy camper. As you can see, my hats I bought in Houston arrived today. They were waiting for me when I got out of the office and got home. These were on my doorstep, my 3 new hats. This is my winter hat. It's a nice, thick, heavy, really hot. It's a wool rabbit blend. It's a 3X wool blend with the wool and rabbit. Quite nice. There we go. So that's the first thing. The hat's from Miller Hats. Where Ozzy and I went to go hat hunting. We both spent way too much money there and got some really cool hats. Next item of business. I'm just trying to think here. All right, what's coming up for me in the next little while, in case you're keeping score at home? After this, I'm probably going to go hang out on Nick Staroff's stream for a bit, and then I have to go to Laid Back News, and then reportedly, I haven't heard anything from him since he mentioned it. I may be on Steve Gosney's channel for a I guess Friday evening for everybody else, or early morning for me. Say Friday night, 8 p.m. I think he said Eastern time. We'll see if that happens, because I haven't heard back from him since he suggested it. And then just over the weekend, I plan on doing nothing. All right, we have our like and subscribe poll up, and 146 viewers here right now. Oh, funny story in case you didn't hear it yesterday. When Megan Fox, Hayden, and I did our dramatic reading last week. Sorry. I'm still haven't got my days wrapped around things after my vacation. I'm still kind of mixed up on my days. This would have been Wednesday morning, Wednesday evening, when we did that stream. The next day, right in the middle of the day, I got a notification from Google, from the YouTube folks, saying there are no ads for your video. Why? Because last Wednesday, they decided it was a violation of the YouTube terms of service. We violated the terms of service by, quote, shocking content. Something about reading sidebars about people with hernias, redacting phone numbers, sending text messages. Apparently that's shocking content. I just think some Amber stan at YouTube got some sort of hair up their ass and said, we're gonna bring down the hammer on this one. But for whatever reason, no ads for that one. Yes, we have our like and subscribe poll here. We currently have 177 viewers and 97 likes. So literally just about 90 of you haven't done your job. Get down there and hit that like button. We should be up to 200 likes by now, easily. So let's get those 200 likes clicking in, because that's what we need. We need to get to 600 likes as quickly as possible so that YouTube sends out their little, hey, everybody, there's like lots of people are liking this thing. Go over there and check it out. And once you've hit that like button, please subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube removing subscribers as they see fit, unilaterally and for no good reason whatsoever. And then take our like and subscribe poll. Today is, what would your Depp v. Heard movie be called? Depp Throat, Amber Does Dallas, Amber's B-Spot, or Red Poo Diaries. And those are your options. And I really wish I would have done what Leafy Fifi Foo said, and that it could have been Red Poo Diarrheas. That would have been even better. But sorry, I missed that one. I was about halfway in the gutter. I didn't go full Leafy Fifi Foo, just like dive headfirst into the shallow end of the gutter. And Pastor Flash with the first chat of the day. This is the member for 3 months chat. Good evening, Jeff. Is One Piece on Netflix any good? Worth watching? Well, as you may have noticed, I did my review. I put up my review of the first episode, and it seems to be quite good. So far, it's only the first episode. We got the first episode reviewed. What shit are you doing, dog? What are you doing? Playing with a giant bone. Kind of loud. All right. I enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was good. The characterizations were done good. A little lighthearted. Think it captures the feeling of the anime. It didn't seem to stray too far from source material. Really very little I know about it, because I'm an old. But yeah, so go ahead, give it a watch. At least give my review a watch. Give it a like. Right. So there. That's. I think that's just about everything we need to get out of the way. We got the like and subscribe thing. We got the poll super chats again. Get those super chats rolling, because this is the start of a new month. Let's get the new month starting off on a good foot. We don't beg for them, we don't grift for them, but they are gratefully accepted, graciously acknowledged, and you're guaranteed to get whatever you super chat read and responded to. And otherwise, we just try to pick whatever comments kind of come up in chat. But that's your guarantee to get yourself noticed. And with that, I think it's just about time to bring up our first guest of the day. Here he is. Let's see, right here.
We are federales, the mountain police.
If you're the police, where are your badges?
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
It's Hayden, Ozzy Overlord.
I didn't realize my Jose was so bad.
Oh, wait, I forgot the most important part of the night. I'm going to have to bump you so I can drink my whiskey here so I can clip it and make my little short.
Oh, yes.
30 seconds.
Cocktail of that. Go for it.
Hi, everybody. I jumped the gun. I forgot to drink. All right, everybody. Today, the alcohol of the day is Smoke Wagon. Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered, straight bourbon whiskey from Las Vegas. This is something I picked up on vacation last year. It was bottled on May 12th, 2022. That was just before I got it. But it is 57.23% alcohol. And this is just, as it says, uncut, unfiltered, straight out of the barrel into the bottle. And so it is high proof and it is bourbon. So this is going to be going to be good. I've only recently opened this. So let's take a look at the Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered, straight bourbon from Las Vegas. Now that is classic bourbon smell right there. Got that molasses, got the brown sugar, the maple, the vanilla. A little bit of citrus hiding back there. It's spicy. Apple, there's a lot of apple in there. It's actually more apple than I remember. So it's like cinnamon apples. Like if you have those apples that you cover with cinnamon and you bake them in the oven, that's kind of what it tastes like. And it kind of has this warm feeling going down because it's a high proof. It doesn't taste like a nearly 58% alcohol bourbon. It goes down really nice, but again, there's major apple and there's some orange on the finish. A little bit of vanilla. Kind of tastes like one of those ice cream, the orange creamsicles. It's like an alcoholic creamsicle. I'm going to enjoy this. So if you happen to be out Las Vegas way or somewhere that sells it, make sure you get your hands on some Smoke Wagon bourbon. It's pretty darn good. And speaking of pretty darn good, let's bring Hayden back. There's Hayden. Hi, Hayden. How are you doing?
Yeah, can't complain. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, we stalled long enough that she said she'd only be 5 minutes late, but she was 11 minutes late. But we happened to stall long, and now she just disappeared. Never mind. Come back. Where did you go? Well,
I gotta turn off this creepy eye tracking.
Oh, you got the creepy eye tracking on?
Yeah. Well,
turn creepy eye. I'll turn my creepy eye tracking on. We can be like the creepy eye tracking people here. Let's see. Where's my? No, we don't want the blurred background. Where do we want? Eye contact. I guess my hat kind of covers a lot of it. It's like cool when you close your eyes and you can still see your eyes open. I don't think we can see my creepy eye thing. Uh-oh. She says internet problems. What does
for crying out loud, if it's not me, it's her.
What does internet problems mean? I ask. Let me turn this stupid feature off because it's unnecessary. Eye tracking. Wait, I can't see it under the hat. She says it. The MG. I think. Oh, here she's back. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. You got that?
Hi.
Get it? Remington. It's a Remington shotgun. Get it? Chandler Remington, everybody.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. Happy to be here.
Internet.
Thank you for waiting for me. Yeah, no, I really did have an internet problem. It reloaded. It might happen again. I'm just warning you.
We're glad you're here now.
I like your hat.
All right, people. The Avengers are assembled. How has your day been going, Chandler? All 3 minutes of it.
Pretty good. Can't complain. I've got some Dragon's Treasure tea, and I'm enjoying it in my Steph the Alternate mug, so I'm happy.
Ah, wow. In case you don't have a Steph the Alternate mug, you can always get a Legal Vices Vice Racks mug. Enjoy your legal vices. Yeah.
I like it.
You can always get one of those. Or if you'd rather prefer beer, you can get the Legal Vices beer glass. The Enjoy Your Legal Vices, which just happens to have a delicious screwdriver.
Oh, I was like, something's wrong with your beer, Jeff. It looks a little funky.
I gotta hurry up and get some of my merch over here so I can actually like show it off on stream.
You do.
Good idea. Hey, Hayden.
Hey, Chandler. How you doing?
So, but while we're getting ready to go here. So if you're watching on Replay Crew, skip ahead 15 minutes, but you won't know that until you've watched 15 minutes. So sorry, folks. We got 276 people here now. And that equates to how many likes? 160. There's been 112 of you that haven't done your job. Get in there, hit that like button. Let's get this like machine going. And we're going to start our reading after I mentioned that you all should go over to Aussie Overlord. Make sure you subscribe to him. Give him a subscription. He absolutely deserves it. He's an amazing dude. He has some great hats from Miller Hats, just like yours truly. And he's actually apparently been to a Buc-ee's. which I haven't.
This thing's incredible. Like I'm glad I bought the 40 ounce.
And this is a small one.
Yeah. We don't have things this big here. Like it's like seriously.
That's small. I mean, you're showing this to two Americans practically. Well, I mean, Jeff, you're kind of American.
What? in Utah, we have Maverick. It's like a Maverick gas station convenience store, and they have literally like these 1.5 gallon tubs of drink. I mean, they're just enormous. Probably 1 gallon, but still.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like the big gulp at 7-Eleven. Like you haven't seen large until you've been to a 7-Eleven for sure.
Yeah, but
to be fair, I don't know if you guys have it there, but the 7-Eleven bring your own cup day. I've seen people walk in with literal barrels.
Yeah, those are like regular mugs in Utah.
Pretty much.
Wow. And Chandler Remington. Make sure everybody goes over there to Remy_legal. She needs your subscription. She needs it. Did you check your viewing hours left today? Did you check that?
No, I haven't checked. I was at 222 yesterday. But that was before my stream. So let me see what it says today.
Well, as long as you're doing that, get over there to Remy_legal and subscribe to her. Watch all of her videos so she gets her viewing hours up.
I think I'm at 214 until
she needs 214. So if everybody here in chat just went there later and watched her video for 1 hour, she'd be monetized.
That would be very cool.
Do it. And speaking of monetization, holy cow, Bella Stella, for some reason, bringing the super heat.
Nice.
The $100 super chat. What do we have here?
Bella Stella, thank you so much.
I'm still not used to that.
Bella was literally the only person that sat through my kinky corner yesterday. She was the only person there.
But kinky corner is awesome.
So thank you very much, Bella, for keeping me going.
Because you're doing it on locals, right?
That's why we didn't hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to get used to that, going over to locals to watch streams.
Well, hello and happy Friday, Jeff, Ozzy, and Chandler. Well, cheers to you, Bella Stella. Now I got to slam this 57.23% whiskey.
Happy Friday.
It's getting off to a good start. Ooh, that thing I said about not being really burny, it only works in small sips. But it is good. It is really good. It's just 60% alcohol. Ooh, better wash that down with some vodka and orange juice. All right. Wow, with all that out of the view, it's 18 minutes in. I think we should start reading this. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What we've traditionally been doing is, for some reason, people want me to read Elaine, which I just don't understand. But you being the female here, you get to take the lead with the court, and then we'll just kind of figure it out as we go along. Hayden
all right, so I'm Judge Penny.
Yes,
I'm the judge. I like it.
Ass karate.
I like it.
I like ass karate too.
Yeah, kicking ass, taking names.
Yeah.
I love Judge Penny. Judge Penny is a spitfire. I'm excited for this.
Does ass karate and spits. I see.
So weird.
It's Friday, people. Oh, wait, we forgot. So many things going on in my life right now. And let's see. It's doggo cam time. We have our fourth viewer, our fourth camera here. Extra camera. I'll take my dog with a helping of extra camera, please. Stretch on over here.
We're waiting.
Nicholas, bring on the doggo cam. Strawberry can be TUI guy. Yoda can be Runkle. Sitting in the background.
All right. Why is the doggo cam not functioning? Because I want it to. That's why.
Because apparently you're also having technical difficulties this morning.
Yeah, well, let's just pop this out here. Pop it back in. And then we'll give it a minute. And by a minute, I mean right now. Let's see. There we go. That fixed it. That fixed it right up. All right, now we are connecting, loading. Keep those wagons rolling. Why is it not working?
I gotta stop drinking this Coke.
I love the Dead Kennedys cover of that.
Well, apparently camera is being uncooperative. So let's try this one more time. Maybe I did something wrong. Anyway, we'll just do this. Why not? Who cares?
Sebastian, can you
Here. We'll do it this way. Sorry to take all this time, but Bella just kind of out of the blue kicks us off with a mega pint worth of super chats.
Well, that was awesome at Bella Stella.
Because Bella Stella's awesome. We do.
Absolutely.
Wow, this is very interesting. All right. Well, system is unprepared for this, so this is kind of the best we get for Doggo Cam today, it looks like. Unless I do a reboot of my computer, which I'm not about to do. So with that in mind, we just get long distance doggos. Thank you so much, Bella Stella, for sending the hello and happy Friday, Jeff, Ozzy, and Chandler super chat. You are absolutely awesome. And KT says, so ready for Jeff's Elaine voice. Well, so is everybody else. And everybody else is ready for Chandler's debut as Judge Ass Karate. So
I'm stoked.
So here we go. Where's our share screen? Boom. Right. Fast forward. Okay, first of all, we were going to do days 7, 8, and 9, all of which were Johnny Depp days. Day 7, his first full day on the stand, there are no sidebars. There were no sidebars the entire day. It was mostly just direct testimony, just him rambling and doing his thing. But they more than make up for it on the cross-examination days, 8 and 9. There is more than a few super chats, damn it, sidebars. Super chats on the brain.
Now,
And yes.
sorry. I just had a question. Have we made it to the point where Eve Barlow gets kicked out of court yet?
I don't know.
I think we skipped over it from memory. I know we got to the part where Dude has got... And then there was the...
She got the boot.
Yeah. I think we may actually have skipped over it. I think it might have been in one of the days yesterday. Or
Just
the day before.
curious.
So.
Well, it wasn't sidebar related, so I wouldn't know.
Hmm.
They didn't have a sidebar over it. They just booted her.
Oh, you're right. It was not a sidebar. That was a really funny moment, though. I love how they were arguing about her. They were like, she's not even a journalist, you know. Oh, is she Amber's girlfriend? She is Amber's girlfriend. No, she's not Amber's girlfriend. Anyway, curious.
Right. Let's get going. Now, I didn't highlight the entire sidebar, just the beginning, and then we read through until I've highlighted the open court section. So just read between the deals here. Let's see. Do you want to be the goodies or the baddies today, Hayden?
I suppose I can be Rottenborn, unless you want to add your Mr. Burns to it, because I can't do that.
I do have to be Elaine. You can be the goodies.
Yeah, you kind of do have to be the baddies, don't you? All right, you take the baddies, I'll take the goodies.
All right. And then when there's more than one female, then Chandler gets to pick up the female.
Okay.
Right. Your Honor, may we approach? That's the Rottenborn voice. Your Honor, may we approach? I just want to discuss one thing with you and Ms. Myers.
Okay.
Sidebar. I'm going to be impeaching Mr. Depp. I'm going to impeach Mr. Depp with some testimony from the UK. But I want to respect, Your Honor, what you ruled on that. So I'm just wondering, what would you like me to refer to this as? I think it's fair game to refer to it as the testimony in the UK or the UK trial. But I don't want to run afoul of...
I think you've already talked about the testimony in the UK trial. I think that...
Oh, the testimony is publicly available.
Yes, I just don't want to... If I say, take a look at your UK testimony, I don't want you to be...
No, I don't think... Oh, sorry. No, I think anything you can say, I direct your attention to your testimony in the UK case is fine. Would you agree? Yeah, just nothing with the judgment ruling, that's all.
Thank you, appreciate it. May I approach the witness?
Yes.
Open court. Okay, well, there we have Rottenborn just being patronizing, I think. You know, I want to respect Your Honor. You know, I know you said this. I just want to make sure we refer to it properly. That was like a kiss-ass sidebar, I think.
I'm surprised somebody interrupted her. I feel like it's incredibly rude to interrupt a judge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sidebars are a little less formal, but...
A little more loosey-goosey.
Yeah. It makes Rottenborn sound like a basset hound. I've never heard a basset hound address at a good court in a sidebar before, but okay.
No, I could see it like an animated children's film. You know, you could play a basset hound with that voice.
Because basset hounds usually talk something like this.
No, not...
No, because Droopy was a basset hound.
Oh, I thought you were doing Philip Seymour Hoffman. I got you.
Oh my God. No.
It's like, Jeff, what are you doing?
This would be my Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, Jesus.
That's my Philip Seymour
You're
Hoffman.
bad. You're really bad.
I'm bad.
And
He's
yellow.
dead. That was definitely not glorifying drugs. That was giving you the ultimate Philip Seymour Hoffman special.
Naughty, very
All
naughty.
right. Next sidebar. Anything from the peanut gallery? No, the chat seems to be silent. Okay. Right. That was a perfect Basset Hound. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How was it as far as a Philip Seymour Hoffman impression goes? That's what I want to know. Where did that come from? That's weird. All right.
I don't know. Your imagination's very strange. I can't explain it.
Well, you're the one that imagined that being Philip Seymour Hoffman, not me.
I mean, Hayden laughed. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, it was. You know, I'm going to stay out of this one, actually.
All right. That's smart.
All righty then. Let's start with this one. We had to backtrack a little bit here. This is the next sidebar. I'm talking about drugs and drink, right? So she didn't like it when it was her perception that I was high on drugs. This is Johnny Depp giving his answer. Her perception is quite different than the truth. Well, what we're after is the truth. Yes, sir. So can you pull up Exhibit 178, please, Michelle?
Is that Defendants 178?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's all right. I just wanted to make sure.
Question, Mr. Depp. Objection, Your Honor. Oh, that's Ms. Myers. Question, Mr. Depp.
Objection, Your Honor. Can we approach, please?
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure. Oh, sorry. Why am I reading everything?
I don't know. I'm the court.
I know, and he's Ms. Myers.
I'm the judge.
Your Honor, we're objecting on basis
Sidebar.
of 403 and 404. This isn't relevant and highly prejudicial given the language.
Everything is prejudicial. I understand that.
It's
Oh,
also
see, now
improper.
Wait, we have to call a timeout here. Cut.
All right.
See, now we're gonna have to give you an acting tip here, Chan.
Oh, it's highlighted. I see now.
No. Don't just keep reading until it comes to open. This is an acting tip.
Oh.
The judge is tired.
Oh.
The judge is tired of everything.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
she's already pissed off by this stage. Elaine's
Yes.
already,
Yes.
on
Got it.
her last nerve.
Reframing. Okay.
Yes.
You're giving me
that's-
notes. You're actually giving me notes.
Yes. This is the sarcastic. Everything is prejudicial. I understand that. She's had enough. All right, that's her motivation is anger and disgust and tiredness.
All right. So are we going from the top?
Might as well.
Okay. Everything is prejudicial. I understand that.
It's also improper character evidence as well, because this just, he didn't actually do what in the text message. It's just using the foul language.
Yes, sir.
I'll respond if you'd like.
Yes.
He's talking about doing violence to his then girlfriend, which is what he's whole trial to do. Make sure there's no more direct evidence. It's highly probative.
The only concern I have is, since it's already redacted, this is something I'd assume you want?
So they redacted the middle portion where...
I'll be happy to put in the middle portion. I was just trying to keep things going today. I just decided to, they'll probably object to hearsay, to other people's texts, but we can remove that redaction.
Do you want it in context?
We most certainly would if it's coming in.
So what we'll do, there's a text from Paul Bettany between the two. And then there's actually one after Johnny's bottom text.
Right.
We'll unredact those right now.
That will be good. I think that's fair. I still have your observation, which I'm going to overrule. It goes both ways. But if you want to, if you can do that...
We'll do it right now. Then I think for a lot of these, we'll just make note and agree on paper copies and hand them up to the court tomorrow, if that works.
I'll allow into evidence with the agreed redactions once you've agreed on it, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Open court. There's a pretty straightforward, just redaction sidebar thingy. there gets to be some more the fiery ones start a little bit later when Elaine interjects herself into the equation.
Of course she does.
And then let the hilarity begin. So, go ahead.
Where are we starting from?
Ms. Myers.
Your Honor, may we have an approach real quick?
Sure.
My only concern is it's already redacted. I can't see if there's any necessary context.
We can unredact it all.
I know, but maybe next time we could exchange them ahead of time so we know which exhibits are, at least.
We understand.
Let's unredact them. Give them a chance to review the whole page.
We have no objection if you want it all unredacted. That's fine.
I'll take a look.
All right, let her take a look and move down so they can see the whole thing.
Okay. Open court. This is just kind of, I think, a little kind of a sleazy thing here. It's like, you know what? Why don't we exchange these things ahead of time? You know, so that everybody can look at them before we have to do stuff. Little admonition there from the judge.
It's not as spicy as what we've seen so far, but I believe there is more to come. Yes.
Well,
yes.
As they say in Dune, which Chandler Remington hasn't watched yet, the spice must flow. So we'll get to the spiciness here in a tad. Okay, this goes back to a question and answer again. The last text, and a lot of these are about redaction, so they're not that exciting until they are. The last text, the one on the bottom, this, yes, I see that, yes. Your Honor, I move for admission of 408 with all the identifiers redacted and everything except the last text redacted.
Just the last?
Yes, Your Honor.
One text.
We object, Your Honor. If we could approach very quickly.
Sidebar.
Your Honor, these messages before reflect that this is actually to Whitney, not his sister. And so we'd ask that those be included.
Okay.
So, you just redact everything except that very last text.
Well, I think there's the one and the two before it reflect that this is a communication between him and Whitney, not Christy.
Okay, so this is Whitney?
Yes.
You just want...
I would like to at least have the language that shows that.
You want to have the two top texts above it?
I believe it's one or two, yes.
Whatever they want is fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure, if you want to go back, you want the top two texts above that one that they want in, or just the one?
I think it's just the one.
Oh, we gotta shuffle over here.
That I'm concerned.
So if you could redact everything except those last two texts, see if that is right before we...
Yes.
So we can do those redactions before we publish.
Thank you.
Okay.
Open court. Again, another classic example of not every sidebar is exciting. There's a lot of these going, so bear with us here. All 406 of you that are watching these shenanigans. We've got a couple of super chats, and by a couple of super chats, I mean one to read. Joe Pottinger. Oh, it helps if I bring it. Here we go. At the end of a sidebar, Jeff should end with, and scene.
I was looking for a sound effect, but I think you're going to have to do that manually.
Yeah. We can do it. We can appease you, Joe Pottinger. That would be fine. Okay. I think we have to backtrack a little bit further here. No, I guess we're good. I've been bigging this too much. So I keep
Yes, perhaps and smallen it a little bit.
It keeps shuffling to the right.
It's just a jump to the left.
Can you still read it clearly? I can.
Yes. Now where are we taking it from?
The top.
Okay.
Ms. Myers.
Objection, Your Honor.
All right. Would you like to approach?
Yes.
I guess we're approaching.
Sidebar.
I guess we're approaching.
The portion of the communication...
I'm sorry. I'm not hearing you.
The portion of the text messages that refer to Seattle need to be redacted.
Oh, of course. I actually prepared a redacted version, but I thought from this morning you'd want to see the whole thing.
Which ones are you focusing on?
I'm going to focus on the two from him to Stephen Duders in the middle of the page. I think it's 16 and 28. And then
2 of those.
I think there's one at the bottom. One text at the bottom, just those 3.
The one that says, I used marijuana a lot?
Yes.
The ones you redacted, now that we've seen it all, there isn't anything else you want on there, right?
No.
Once you redact it, and once they've seen it, we'll enter it into evidence.
Okay. No, that's fine. I have no objection to that.
Okay.
Open court. And scene.
I was about to say, do you agree with that?
Well,
That's fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
Scene. Cut. God. Now I know why Martin Scorsese hates everybody.
It's a hard job. It's a very hard job. You're getting a little taste.
Now, see, from this, we see, like, Rottenborn has prepared 2 versions of the same exhibit. One redacted and one not. And he should have given the redacted one, but he gave the non-redacted one because earlier in the morning, they wanted all of the unredacted stuff to come in. Well, I just thought you would want all of the unredacted ones in because of the way you behaved this morning.
It sounds a little petty.
A lot of this sounds a little petty, and it's going to get pettier.
I will say that I think that Ben Rottenborn is a good attorney. I think he's a talented attorney. He definitely should have been first chair. I do not understand why Elaine was made first chair. I mean, I guess I do, but optically, Elaine did so much more to hurt women in general. I mean, she that was a really rough, remember when Elaine kind of started at the beginning? There was one really funny comment on Law and Crime. I remember after watching one of the first days, and she was really not able to communicate what she was trying to say whatsoever. And there was a great comment where somebody said, the only beaten woman in that courtroom is Elaine. and I really loved that.
That's good.
But I really wish that Rottenborn could have been the lead attorney because I think that he's much more talented. He's much better presentation-wise, at least comparatively. But it's a low bar, so
So you're thinking it would be better if Amber won?
No, I'm not thinking it would have been better if Amber won. But I'm thinking that that if in order for her to, in order for her to get the effect that she wanted, I mean, she might have had a chance, but he really kind of screwed her with that closing. Anyway, I have a lot of thoughts on the trial.
Yes, well, we're just talking about the sidebars in general,
yes, well,
with the occasional. Okay, take us from Ms. Myers here.
We object, Your Honor. These are communications. We object to the admission of any communications from his daughter.
What's the legal objection?
Hearsay.
First of all, I was just asking if that's what it was, but may we approach?
Okay.
Sidebar. I think context matters. Today, we've had a number of things where she said, well, we want the other text messages for context. So I think it's...
They don't want it this time.
Fair enough. I'm going to have to ask some questions. May ask to have them not published, but impeach him with it.
What's the impeachment, though?
Well, nothing yet. I'm just saying I'm not going to ask...
So, what...
Potentially. I may show it to him for impeachment purposes, if necessary.
But not now?
Not now.
Sustain the objection to 214. Next exhibit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Open court. And scene. Does that, you feel better about that? Right, so nothing happened in that one.
Wait, Jeff, I have a question. I'm trying to understand when we're reading the
yes,
the different. I'm trying to understand. Does it go, like
left
pages
column,
in a
right
book?
Column. No, so it's left column, then right column.
It caught me out a couple of times over the last couple of days as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that we're doing everything
So it's like
sequentially.
172. It goes down to 173, then back up to 174, and then down to 175.
Got it. Okay.
Like a big old ticker tape. It's been stuck together. All righty then. Let's go on to the next sidebar.
I like being a judge.
Cheers, busy mum. Hopefully you won't get bored.
Let's see here. Oh, this one we just read. Yep, that's the one we just read. Stop going back to that one. There we go. Can you please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 1094?
Your Honor, may we approach briefly?
Sure.
I don't know if it was being entered into... Oh. Shit. See, it got me again. I don't know if that was proper just to put that up without asking a question.
The audio clip?
It was just played. There was no question about it.
That's all right. You can follow up on it on your redirect. That's fine. That's fine.
I think that was a fair objection. They just throw up an audio clip without asking any questions about it.
Yeah,
you just throw it in there for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Ow.
But I think it's just a case of you can't unring the bell. What do you want to do? Judge to go back and go, okay, rewind and unplay that. Like,
which is why it's a little dirty, because you know that that's going to happen that way. It's kind of like
the bell's been wrong.
It's kind of like how his bodyguard, on the stand was, saying certain things, throwing certain things out there that were objected to, and or no, not that we're objected, that sort of thing.
Yeah, let's see, we got one thing to read here. Joe Pottinger is perfect now. Member for 3 months. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Why is Rottenborn a prawn star? Is he?
Surely someone's taken the name since the trial.
I think he's referring to the stylistic choice that you have made with the way that you're reading him. You know how actors they'll be like, what if I gave her like a Quebec accent, or like something like that, and it's just totally absurd and ridiculous.
Flux says side bear.
Side bear.
That side bears only apply to Kanye West in boats.
Oh dear God!
I think I don't know if it was I don't know if it was the side of him that was bare. To be fair, it was more like the rear.
But it was the rear is a side,
But was it worth it?
Not to me.
Question.
I'm really worried about the woman. I'll be perfectly honest, but that's a conversation for another day.
She doesn't seem to be too worried about herself. To be fair.
Yeah. Elaine might well be a good deal maker. She just sucks utterly as a trial. It's an entirely different kind of flying altogether. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's true.
And the more she gets involved in these sidebars, the more I just marvel she's a lawyer at all. And it just gets worse today from the bit I skimmed through.
Right, litigation is not her strong suit, clearly.
Adam Martin, grounds. All right, we can't have a trial without at least one or two grounds. All right, let's move along here to the next sidebar. Ms. Myers.
This is a
defamation case. I don't think either of you can have improper character evidence in a defamation case. What's your other objection?
Relevance, Your Honor.
What's your relevance?
Relevance is that the two bodyguards that were with him during the time of these allegations were Jerry Judge and Sean Bett, the same people that were with him the night of May 21st, 2016.
Why is that relevant?
Well, our belief is that Mr. Judge and Mr. Bett lied to protect him. They're all loyal to him. So the fact that he's being sued by someone for assaulting him on a movie set, and the same two people who were conveniently there on May 21st, 2016, that's directly relevant evidence. I'll limit my questions. I won't ask him about the allegations, but I want to ask him one question. I'll say the two people who were with you, who were your security guards the day of the alleged assault, were Jerry Judge and Sean Bett. That's the only question I'll ask him. That's relevant.
That's tenuous, what happened between him and another man.
If he's not going to ask any other details, just that one limited question, okay? Wait.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sorry. Open court and scene. Oh, so that was If I recall correctly, he had been accused of assaulting someone on the set of a movie, and it turned out that he grabbed him or punched him in the chest because he was berating some homeless woman or something.
No, that's not what actually happened.
Relevance.
That suit was dismissed, and the man who brought that lawsuit forward had there were multiple witness statements from people who did not see that occur.
But what did they see? I thought that's what happened, but he said he was doing it to defend this woman's honor from this.
No, that's not what happened at all. I'm very aware of that lawsuit. So what did happen was that he got in a verbal altercation with that man because the man was berating a homeless woman, and Johnny Depp stepped in to defend the woman, but he never touched that man who was, I believe, a key grip on the set of a film. It was later brought forth that there were actually photos of him with that guy from that day where the two of them had their arms around each other at a bar. They were both smiling. There was an eyewitness statement from a woman named Emma who had worked on the set. There was another eyewitness statement from another person who was on the set. They both said that Johnny Depp never touched him, went near him, had any kind of physical contact with him whatsoever. So this claim of assault is totally ludicrous. But at the time, during the trial, it had not been dismissed yet. And so it was being brought up, but that never occurred. That was just a completely farcical event, like, a farcical concept that, that this guy came forward with, that he was really just trying to get Johnny Depp's money.
Right. Now you know the rest of the story.
I know a lot
just
about
before
this case.
we get started, there's one more. Nobody said you didn't, Chandler.
No, I mean, I love coming on for this because I learned so much. I know this inside and out, so I'm really excited to be a part of anything Depp Heard related.
Well, Andrew Christian with a $5 super chat says, Snidely Whiplash is Ben Rottenborn, please. We're kind of sort of edging there, but anyway, we'll have to. That's a little extreme. We can do the mustache roll. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. And we need Elaine in here. Post haste. I'm getting Elaine withdrawals.
I know, it's funny. It's like she's terrible, but you want more of her. She's like a guilty pleasure of some sort, like,
It's like a train accident happening in slow motion. You can't help but look and stare.
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
Which proceeds to cause a car accident if you're driving past.
Sounds like the story of my life. Anyway, yeah, sure. Let's take a look at page 313 of your UK transcript, please. It's on page 37 of the document.
May we approach, please?
Your Honor?
Don't ad lib.
Sorry?
Well, you must refer to me as Your Honor.
Oh,
She's
my
not going to read the next
Your
line
Honor.
until you call her the.
Go again.
Okay, just got a little glimpse of what it'd be like to be in a relationship with Chandler. Lovely.
Oh, no.
That's... So when I was a
That's what
child, I did musical theater, and I would run lines with my mother. And when I got a line wrong, she would sit there, and she would wait until I did it again. And so I'm just being my mother as an acting coach.
She's a stage mom.
Yes. No, I mean, well, I learned my lines. But I think that in general, and are you hiding behind your mug?
Court, please read your next line.
Wait, where'd Hayden go? Is it just me? You may approach for a second.
Hayden has frozen.
Yes. He's perpetually drinking from his coffee mug, apparently.
Hayden!
Wow,
Yeah.
that's... Well, I guess I'm going to have to read Ms. Myers then.
Well, we can... we'll give him a couple of minutes here. We can do a midstream grift.
I'm happy to take up other roles, by the way, if I need to.
Yes. Well,
if Hayden does not... Hayden, come back!
He'll come back. Or text us one way or the other.
I thought he did that sort of like, in a rebellious way.
I did too. Then I realized he's not moving at all. So let's we'll just have to wait to see if he comes back. We'll give him a minute. But while we're giving him that minute, we currently have 542 people watching this.
Hello.
That is pretty darn awesome. And only 300 likes, though. 243 of you have not done your job. Holy God. Everybody get down there and hit that like button immediately. We could be up to 600 likes by now. So come on back, hit that like button. Let's get the word out that something cool is happening, and everybody else should run over here and see it. So please, please, please get down there, hit that like button and subscribe. I would be so honored if you would subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. But if you have, please just double check to make sure you're still subscribed. And also go check out Chandler Remington over at Remy_legal, where you can subscribe to her. And she needs 214 hours of viewing left to get monetized. So make a note to go back over there and just let her videos play all day in the background. So
you might even like them if you listen to them intently. But you're welcome to play them, you know, volume off, volume on, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Absolutely, 100%. I would love it if you came and subscribed to me. And later on today, I'm going to be doing my usual Friday stream that I just started 1 week ago. I started a series called F Feminism, and we're going to be talking about how feminism is ruining society. So if you would like to, and if you are free, please join me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that'll be really fun. I will also be on Laid Back News with Eric Henley. And Legal Vices. I'll see you there.
Yeah, so we got a couple of more likes out of this. So hurry up, people. That was only 30 more likes. We need 112 more likes to even break even over here.
Oh,
so
I
get
miss
over and hit those
Hayden.
likes.
Hayden.
And then take our like and subscribe poll. So far, let's see how we're doing. What would your Depp v. Heard movie title be? That's our question of the day. 12% of you said Amber Does Dallas. 16% of you said Amber's B-Spot. 33% of you said Red Poo Diaries. And 40% of you said Depp Throat.
I like that one.
There we go.
I think that would be my pick.
Those are our Depp v. Heard movie titles. And Bella Stella, in addition to the massive $100 super chat earlier today, has just gifted 20 Legal Vices memberships.
Oh, that's fabulous.
If you are one of these amazing people that got an amazing Legal Vices membership from an amazing Bella Stella, make sure you give her an amazing super special thanks for that. She is Hayden says this internet bullshit is not helping my mood.
See, I've been having internet problems too. It's ridiculous, and I don't know what's going on in Australia, but it's not good here either. So I feel you, Hayden. I really hope that you can get back here, buddy. We miss you.
Wow, we're setting up Bella Stella for being the Vice Racks of the day.
And I'm going to quickly go get some tea. I will be right back.
Okay, well, everybody's leaving me. Right, so here we are. Everybody's abandoned me for my reading. Hayden disappeared and blamed it on the internet. Chandler just flat out told me I'm leaving to go make some tea. So we're just gonna kind of sit here and talk a little bit. Let's look at some of the chats while we wait. Bella is the man, but I mean by man I mean, you know, like the man, not a man. You know. Speaking of a man, it's Ozzy Overlord. He's come back.
Okay, I am currently utilizing my backup.
Your backup.
Opticom, get your shit together. This is not okay.
They're asleep now. They're not listening to you.
Oh, they're awake for another 4 minutes, and I'm half tempted to just call them and give them a blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Tug sighting. That umbrella guy. Ooh, where'd you go? Hey, Tug, what's up, brother? Good to have you here. We're just reading our little sidebars here. Not too much exciting yet, but now it's exciting because we have the umbrella man himself here in chat. What's up, Tug? Good to see you.
You muted, Chandler.
Damn it.
Well, if that's all you got to say,
let's
jump.
I did have something.
Okay.
I was going to say, do you know what I learned about Tug?
What did you learn about Tug?
I learned that he is a fan of the giallo genre of horror films and that he really likes Dario Argento and that he loves the original Suspiria. And we were talking about opera the other day. He has great taste in horror movies. So big shout out to Tug for lots of reasons, including your fabulous taste in film. So nice to see you here.
All right. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yes. Focus.
Okay, the transcript. May we approach sidebar. Ms. Myers.
Your Honor, this is testimony concerning text messages between Mr. Duters, and Amber Heard, so whatever these questions are, I can't imagine they're proper impeachment.
Your Honor, it's his testimony. I'm going to start on line 14. Were you sick when you arrived back in LA, or were you sick on the plane? He says, clearly, Mr. Duters is sending these texts to Ms. Heard. I must have been quite ill, or I must have been quite ill.
He's referring to a text message.
He's testifying that he was quite ill. He's not testifying to the content of the text message. It's his testimony. He's relying on something to base his belief that he's quite ill. He testified under oath, I must have been quite ill. This isn't improper use of hearsay documents.
No, it's the impeachment part.
Well, he testified he testified yesterday that all he had was...
I understand that.
You understand that.
That was impeached by the text.
What the hell? You understood that, Judd. You understand that. All right. Well, I can refresh his recollection of impeachment. He said, I don't recall.
The first reference is fine, but I don't see this as impeachment.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. The reference to the text messages is between Mr. Duters and Miss Heard.
You just have to read it. You don't read it, he reads it. That's how you refresh the memory.
That's fine.
Yeah, have him read it and say, does this refresh your recollection?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
Well, Rottenborn getting a little spicy there, getting a little saucy, getting a little argumentative there.
You understand that? What an ass.
He really wanted to he really wanted to win that argument. Next. The next side. Ms. Myers.
Your Honor, may we please approach?
Okay.
A little ad-libbing, but okay. Sidebar.
It's midnight. Give me a break.
You want me to read the part? Hey, we can switch.
It's all right. I can't pull off Judge A. Your Honor, I'm anticipating where they're going, and I just don't.
She can pull you
I
off.
don't think it's proper impeachment testimony.
He just said he wasn't in a blackout.
He just said he wasn't in a blackout.
He says apparently yes.
But parts of the flight I blacked out.
Is there any reason why you said this and it's not true? Probably not. Then he goes on about how he exaggerates. It's direct impeachment of the question.
All right. It is going from
1813.
1813. All right.
Open court and scene. Impeachment. All right. Go ahead, court.
Impeachment, the musical. No. It'd be terrible.
Go ahead, court.
Oh. Where are we?
Right there where it says the court.
Line 18?
I love it so much.
Yep.
Yes, 18.
Yep. Okay.
Right there.
Line.
Okay, there's no objection to the entire audio recording coming in. Is that correct?
May we approach? I would just like to know what it is first.
Okay, sure.
Sidebar.
I want to make sure.
It's the plane ride recording. And this is for those of you in the viewing audience. This is the plane ride recording where he was going for like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were maintaining an objection on authentication on that one.
The previous motion in limine on this one?
I'm sorry?
Was that the motion in limine?
That one was not.
Is this a different one?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So authentication is the objection.
I mean, he's testified about it in the UK. He will, at least if he testifies consistent with UK, he will say it's from a different time. But I don't think he disputes. I'll have to check the transcript. But there wasn't a dispute. It was his voice, right?
I'm not disputing that it's his voice, but dispute as to whether it has been manipulated in any way, and when it's actually from.
Well, that's the first I've ever heard of that. They haven't made any motion that tapes were manipulated. They can ask him about it if they think it was manipulated.
We're maintaining We're maintaining an authentication objection right now.
She just admitted that he testified it's his voice on the video or audio.
So I guess at redirect, I'm not sure what questions you're going to ask about that. So you're objecting to it coming in, period, because of authentication?
Yes.
While admitting that it's his voice.
Well, I guess that goes to the weight of it, so you can do it on redirect.
Okay.
We'll let that in.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was actually a very interesting exchange there. Because the goodies, Depp's lawyers didn't want that to come in, that recording of the plane. They're arguing because it wasn't properly authenticated. But at the same time, as Rottenborn rightly pointed out, you admit it's his voice. So you're saying it's not his voice. You're saying it's his voice, but you can't authenticate that that's his voice. So
I understand the objection because they hadn't actually proved exactly when the recording was from. And it's interesting, as he said, that if it's the first time that they've brought up whether or not it was manipulated at the time, then that kind of seems like a misstep there. Why would you not have at least, that's something I personally would have thrown in at the time, prior to the trial.
Especially considering that this is a defense exhibit, correct? And so the problem is that Amber had a lot of issues with her evidence, particularly that some of her evidence was not able to be authenticated, particularly the texts that she claimed were from Stephen Deuters to her. Those were never authenticated, and she also just straight up would not hand over her phone and give them access to certain evidence. There were a lot of issues with that, and it was never really resolved. So there's good reason to be suspicious of evidence that the defense puts in. Now, I'm not saying that was all problematic, but I could see that here very easily.
But I think the court made the right decision here. I mean, the main part of the authentication is it this person or not? And they established, yes, they admitted it was his voice. And then just to the timing, well, you can go into that on the weight of it on redirect. So then you can worry about the timing of it later on redirect. So I don't think it was a bad decision by the judge. What do you think, Aiden?
No, look, I mean, at the end of the day, the judge makes the decisions based on what's in front of her at the time. As I said, I think that pulling that up at the time was probably a misstep. I mean, there's certain things that you throw in irrespective of whether or not you think it's accurate or not. I think sorry?
Nothing.
Okay. But yeah, anyway.
What do you think, Chandler?
I'm not sure if I have anything more to contribute on this particular issue. I like what Hayden had to say about it. No, I mean, I think that you both contributed, salient points, and I agree with them.
Well, we'll move right along to the next side.
All right.
Let's see what Chad has to say. Does Chad have anything to say particular about this? Grant Raja, she was and still is a sick woman. Again, my first rule in dating is never date a person with a publicist.
It's not a bad rule.
And Brittany Gibbs bringing some foreshadowing. Even the judge knew her evidence was whack, and we'll see that later on.
Yeah, I'm not sure so this is day 8, and so I'm not sure how many of those issues came up at that time, but I feel like there were already kind of some issues with discovery that I'm aware of.
Well, there's 20 more days to go, so.
Oh, we're going to be doing this for a while, huh?
And
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
We already have gotten medical records in from both sides. I said I wouldn't put them on web, but they're evidence in the case. Medical records in this case are already in evidence.
I understood Your Honor to have granted at least a portion of our motion in limine to exclude irrelevant medical information. We just want to make sure...
If you're worried about VD... Wow.
Rotten board, going for the jugular.
Wow. All right. If you're worried about VD, then take a look at page 2. I'm happy if they want to take a look really quick at that page. I'm only going to ask about, not asking about anything that's the subject of motion in limine. I'm not. If they want to look through.
To
Yeah, we
redact
can't all
it?
look at that document.
I know.
To redact it?
Yeah, I'm not going to ask about anything relating to that. And I'm not, I won't do it for anything other than what I'm asking about, which is the drug use things.
I guess I agree redactions before it comes into evidence, that's fine.
I'm trying to keep the flow from being broken up.
I understand.
We've had a whole...
Yeah, I'm getting a little frustrated, too, with having to look at things for the jury's time. I'm getting very frustrated.
Oh, I agree.
Can you just pick the one part you want to have published? Can you ask him about it, and we'll get it into evidence later?
Well, I'd like the jury to see it. I'd like the jury to see the part where his signature and what he said he hadn't used drugs, and where he said he hadn't used drugs in the last 12 months.
Can we just open that?
Sure.
Let's do it that way, just to make it quicker.
Okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
You and I both jumped to the wrong VD.
We did?
Voir dire.
Oh, no.
Wait, hold on, let's go back.
If you're worried about voir dire, then look at page 2.
No, actually, I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm not entirely certain that that does refer to that, because as the...
medical records.
Yeah, because first of all, there are medical records, and if we're talking about Johnny Depp's medical records, then there were indications that he did have a venereal disease, and this was something that the Amber Stands brought up extensively after Andrea Burkhart got all of the extra court documents, and they made a very, very, very big deal about that, which was highly offensive. So I'm not entirely certain. This was supposed to be
one of the self-owned things. Whoa, camera shake.
So
this
it's
was supposed to be one of the self-ownage things. And I think it was...
What do you think, Jeff? Do you think it was...
I think we're right.
Yeah.
It's venereal disease.
I think so.
Because they're talking about medical records, and we won't talk about the VD. We just want to talk about the drug use.
Right, because she's referring to redacting information. And so if there is something... I mean, it kind of dates him a little bit. But, I mean, who calls it VD, really? I mean,
Oh, there's still plenty of people that mislabel STIs. It's... That part doesn't surprise me. Honestly, it's more just...
Because when I was in school, they called them STDs. I've always learned it as STDs, and so I have to correct myself to refer to the new lexicon at this point.
You youngsters.
Yeah.
Well, see, I had the pleasure and benefit of having a registered nurse and midwife for a mother, so my version of sex ed was she sat me down, handed me a book full of STIs with very graphic images, and...
That'll do
Basically, yeah.
That'll do
it. Mine was looking at an encyclopedia in study hall in 6th grade and seeing a picture of 2 lions having sex.
Oh, wow.
Huh. I don't know why, but I was expecting National Geographic.
Yeah, the Discovery Channel, something like that.
The Discovery Channel wasn't around when I was young. It was like the Flintstones. We just had like a little bird in a box chiseling photographs into stone.
Yeah, that was did you have to take your LSAT on stone tablets too?
Paper, if that I mean that's kind of the same thing now.
That was Skipper's joke. Thanks Skipper. Thanks Skipper for that joke, because that's how he refers to having taken his LSAT.
Pretty much.
He's I'm a dinosaur. Yeah. Love you, Skip.
The old anyway. Valentine's Day cookies just as, happy VD, and you give them to children in school. It's a bad thing.
No, nobody's happy
Just
about
saying.
that.
No.
But I thought that was something that, was just, really, much, much older people referred to it that way. I didn't think that, Ron Warren doesn't seem like he's that old.
He's older than me.
When did they
I
change
called him
it?
VD.
Huh. I wonder. Well, in any case.
All right, enough about VD.
Enough about that.
Yeah, moving on.
Let's move along.
You'd think the voir dire, it's fast enough to say they wouldn't have to abbreviate it. I don't think it was voir dire.
Look, I think you're probably right there. I don't know why I listen to chat about these things. I should know myself.
All right,
this is the same chat that, despite our blood, sweat, and tears for the last hour and 12 minutes, haven't super chatted.
Oh, come on, people.
Shame on all of you guys. And also, just kidding, sort of.
Show some appreciation. Toss a coin to your Lorax.
And 200 of you still haven't hit the like, so
better yet, throw a tree at him. He speaks for the trees.
Right.
That's true. That's a really good one, Hayden. I love that.
Let's move right along. Mr. Chu.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We actually do have a very brief preliminary matter. If we could approach.
Sure.
Miss Vasquez received... God damn it. Ms. Vasquez received an email with an exhibit that Mr. Rottenborn used on Cross. Unredacted. Oh, I don't want to do that to Camille. I gotta be better than that. Come on.
Can I be Camille? Well,
you have to be the court, though.
Yeah.
Too. Oh, well, you can't be the court and Camille. Because the court talks to Camille a lot here. So this is the full cast of characters.
Yeah, this one's gonna hurt. Unredacted has Mr. Depp's phone number on it. So, we understand that Miss Heard's side is working with a public relations firm and...
Is it on social media?
No, it looks like a scanned-in copy, Your Honor.
All right,
it's from a binder. No, it's not.
How are we going to do this? Because we've got Vasquez, we got the court, Vasquez, and Chu. We've got Bredehoft coming in here in a minute.
All right, so we have 3 roles. I'm going to take Camille's part. Jeff, you take the court. Roles. Jeff, you be Judge Penny.
Okay, I'll take the court and Elaine, I guess then.
Okay, and I will be Camille.
Chu.
All right,
All right, we're doing shuffling here, and it's disturbed John Gordon to the point where he's given us a sad face. John Gordon with the $2 sad face and a concerned kitty.
Yoda could be Elaine. Yoda could just sit and fart and be better than Elaine.
Pretty much. Wolfram with the $5 an obligatory super chat. It's not obligatory.
I would hire Yoda to defend me in court before I would hire Elaine Bredehoft. Most certainly.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would too.
No question about that.
Thank you so much, Wolfram, and thank you so much, John Gordon.
All right, so who's playing who?
I guess I'm doing Court and Elaine.
So you're Vasquez, I'm Chu, and if anyone else gets thrown in there. All right. Good afternoon, Your Honor. We actually do have a very brief preliminary matter, if we could approach.
Sure.
Miss Vasquez received an email with an exhibit that Mr. Rottenborn used on a cross.
Unredacted.
Unredacted. Has Mr. Depp's phone number on it.
So, we understand that Ms. Heard's side is working with a public relations firm, and...
Is it on social media?
No, it looks like a scanned-in copy, Your Honor.
It's from a binder.
It looks like it's scanned in from a binder. It's clearly, but the problem here is it was an exhibit that was used by Mr. Rottenborn on Cross, and it has our client's phone number and has obviously their client's email, if she still uses that. The concern here is we understand that perhaps Ms. Heard's side is working with a public relations company to, once exhibits are admitted by Your Honor, to push them out to the media.
Ooh.
Ooh, shock horror.
The problem here, is this an inadvertent disclosure before Your Honor admitted this exhibit? It looks like it might be. It was sent to me just this afternoon while we were on lunch by a fan or somebody saying hi from the UK. Not sure if this is supposed to be a contained telephone number.
It wasn't our court files because we haven't...
No, but I don't know where he obtained it, but it's clearly an exhibit that has never been utilized until during cross-examination today.
I'm not. Do we know if any of your team or any? I don't know. Who's been involved in that? I don't think anyone from our firm is involved. I don't know the answer to that question. I think you need to be the court now. Shit.
Me?
Yeah.
The question is, what they're saying is, I guess you've got some kind of public PR team that gets the evidence out?
Yeah, we're not actively working with them.
But they have all of your exhibits?
I don't believe so.
We understand they do.
You're the court.
Yeah, you need to look into it and find and see what's going on, because there's a lot of redactions going on. I mean, I don't even have that exhibit yet because it's owed to me for redaction.
I don't know what it is.
We can show you what it is.
It is the one he was just showing Mr. Depp.
We'll look into this, Your Honor. We're not aware of anything.
Yeah, okay. It was used in cross-examination today.
Cross-examination.
I know, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. I think that the main thing is that I don't know what this PR firm is doing. I don't think any evidence should be going out, except that's why we did it on the official court site. So they shouldn't be giving out evidence. So many things are redacted. Hidden.
Mr. Chu.
Sorry.
Hidden.
It may not come in at all.
So if that's...
Totally understand that.
That train has to stop if it's rolling. I'm not sure if it is.
What have I done? I'm hurting my vocal cords. We're totally understand, and we agree. If another... Mr. Rottenborn has agreed. He intends to bring in 581 and 582 this afternoon.
I don't know what that is.
They're audio tapes. The parties have agreed that all audio tapes can come in full. These are the two...
Can we clarify that to the extent that it's just Mr. Depp and Miss Heard that are on the audio tape?
I don't understand. That was the...
Yes,
didn't
you
understand.
did. Come on, Elaine. Get her a towel. It's common, Elaine.
I like this. I didn't understand that that's what we were going to do. Yeah, you did. Come on. Well, she said, well, in any event...
I just like the come on, Elaine. Just like, it's like
come on, Elaine.
It's like you do.
But I just like that she understood she was called out and said, "All right, well, but in any event, well, anyway, yeah, sure, but in any event, Your Honor, this is 581 and 582. These are between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard, but we wanted to disclose these are the two that are just partials. We could never find the full. We said that we were still looking at the time of motion in limine. Your Honor denied the motion. We tried to exclude them. We went back when we inherited this case 2 years ago. We inherited 1.3 million documents database. We had that completely searched. Had IT people completely search it. Shut up, Elaine. My voice hurts. We have not been able to find anything but partials on both. But those are partials, and we claim partials here, but we don't have the full report. We've done everything we can to try to find it.
I think we need to start with...
But you can also redirect on it. That's fine. But those recordings are just the two of them?
Correct. That's correct.
There's no other people? Now, we are all on the same page that ones with other people aren't coming in?
We have not made an agreement.
We haven't done anything.
Well, the issue is out there, right? That we're going to get resolved, right?
So I didn't hear all of that. Can I use them?
You can use them, and your objection is noted.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and get the jury. Whereupon the jury entered the courtroom, and the following proceedings took place. All right, thank you. Have a seat.
All right. Well, that hurt my face.
You don't have to do it like that.
Yes, I do. That's
no,
Elaine.
You don't. No, Jeff. I can't.
Yes, that's Elaine. That's the Elaine everyone's come to know and love and expect.
Yes, but we have different stylistic interpretations of Elaine, but who am I to tell you how to act?
Right.
Drake gets away.
I'm not gonna give you notes.
Elaine should consider taking some estrogen.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, my face hurts. Wow. Well, see this. Like I said, there was that part there where she got called out,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Well, yeah, but anyway, let's just forget that you're right and move
Come on,
right
Elaine.
along."
Come on, Elaine. Come on.
Come on, Elaine. Come on, Elaine.
For this moment. You know.
Tooralura, tooralura.
See, it just evolves into chaos over here.
To Dexy's Midnight Runners. All right, so yeah, they're trying to get all this stuff because and I think it's interesting that the whole thing that started this was they're being sneaky, and everything the court lets in, they're leaking through their publicists to the media. They just got called out for that because they were getting ready to introduce a piece into evidence, and someone already leaked it as if it had been accepted into court. Someone jumped the fucking gun and got caught.
Yeah. And so Camille's concern here is really valid, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if
It's
someone
very
actually
disturbing.
already has a copy of the document that has contact details on it, and someone has used those contact details to contact someone before it's even leaked.
Yeah,
nope.
I mean that's shady and bad. And she denied it, and then they're like, well, yes, but then like, well, okay, whatever.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care. We're moving on anyway. And I think that's sort of
stuff.
Yeah, and see, that sort of harkens back to the whole VD thing, because there's no way in hell they weren't trying to get that in so that they could release that to the public. That was not about his. Yeah.
Absolutely right. They wanted to get the VD out there. They wanted to spread the VD.
That was a little dirty. I mean, I think that it was.
I had to wait until he took a big mouthful of drink before I said that. I did it on purpose. Lowlands Angie says, very much appreciated, peeps. No. You're €2.50. You're €2.50 is what I was going to say. You're €2.50, whatever, less than €1 are called. €2 and 49 euros. No, it's got to be like. What are parts? What are lesser than $1? It's like we have there's pence in England and cents in America, and
that's a good question. I'm not.
Or is
sure.
it just like, or are you just like full Europeans, like 2.49 euros?
It's just cents. The euro gets broken up into cents.
Oh,
Euro gets broken up into cents. Okay, that
your
makes
typing is very clickety clackety. I just wanted to point out, I think that it's incredibly dirty, the whole VD thing, because can you imagine if can you imagine? No, but I just want to ask, like, if Brown Rudnick had done that about Amber, don't you think everybody would be crying misogyny? And also,
oh, absolutely.
If they had anything better than Johnny has venereal disease, I mean, come on, it's like they're accusing him of being an abusive husband. So if the best thing they have is that he has, like whatever going on with his nether regions, then, I mean, really, is that what we're going for? Come on, that's ridiculous. No, because
that was never about bringing any evidence or trying to sway the jury or anything. That was to give him a public black eye. You can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah, it's a defamation trial, and so they're defaming him within the defamation trial. I mean, come on, like, okay,
yeah,
I know it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not technical defamation because it is true, but I mean, they're just hitting below the belt, and it's quite literally, and it's really unnecessary, and it also is totally irrelevant to. This is a court proceeding. Like, I find that highly offensive.
Well, if we could just get through the rest of the evening without using terms like nether regions, that would be appreciated.
All right, duly noted.
Well, I mean, we have to get to Amber Heard's testimony at some point. We're going to talk about broken bottles, so we're going to be discussing nether regions.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want us to use the term.
Mike Fenn with the $4.99, the $5 super chat. There has to be a way to turn these sidebars into a musical. I'll get right on that. you do that. Grant Ross, Jeff's multi-talented. He will now perform the aria from Phantom of the Opera. Your number, sir? Thank you. Lot 665, ladies and gentlemen, a papier-mâché musical box in the shape of a barrel organ, attached to the figure of a monkey in Persian robes, playing the cymbals.
All right.
Yes, I know way too fucking much Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh!
Just the prologue to Phantom of the Opera.
I figured you were quoting something. I just didn't know what it was.
Yes. This item discovered in the vaults of the theater, still in working order, ladies and gentlemen, showing here. May I commence? I'm sorry. Like I said, I just know way too much fucking Andrew Lloyd Webber for a straight man.
Why are you gay?
Exactly.
Yes, it's my favorite.
Exactly.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mrs. Hello, my kid's from a sperm bank, since I can't keep a man because, in addition to my jillion neuroses, I have a weird-looking vagina.
Okay, you win. Admittedly, it's been months since I've played with the sound effects, so I have nothing. And I've just realized all of my Amber Heard and JD ones, I must have scrubbed them after the last thing that I dealt with. So I'm going to have to dig them out.
Oh, Shell.
Shall we move on to the next sidebar?
I'm straight, and even I know all the words from both Phantom. Wow. As long as it isn't cats.
Oh God, cats! Can I? One time I had to go on a road trip with my uncle. We were driving to see the rest of my family in Central California, and he played the soundtrack to Cats the entire time. My uncle is gay. He has terrible taste, and I was hungover. So it was doubly bad. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. It was terrible.
Did it take you up to the jelly side layer?
Yeah. Yeah, so just next time you're having a bad day, just think you could be listening to the soundtrack of Cats very hungover in a car ride on the way to... It was just, oh God, so bad.
Are
just
you
be
blind
grateful.
when you were born?
No, stop it! Stop it! No, I have PTSD!
Dare you look at a king? Would you sit on his throne?
Jeff, I'm gonna leave. This is... You're so mean. Hayden, can you... Hayden, he's doing it to both of us. Oh my God, I'm muting you.
All right, let's knock this shit off and get back to...
I'll put them back on, if you promise.
Oh. Cindy T. I was waiting for Rum Tum Tugger song to start.
Are you going to behave now?
No, I was going to make a Rum Tum Tugger joke, but I decided not to. So I'm better than that.
That was really mean.
She didn't hear any of that.
I know.
I don't know. Jeff.
You all rock, says Bella Stella with a $10 super chat. Love you guys. We love you too, Bella Stella. We're just having fun here. Right. Let's continue.
Is it safe?
Stray Cat's Way says, don't mess with Judge Penny, Jeff.
Yeah, seriously. I'll kick your ass.
Stray Cats. That actually is that's my go-to Norebong song, the Stray Cat Strut. But that's just because they don't have any other songs about cats, like Grisabella and Rumpelteazer and all those other cool cats.
I mean, the fact that you did it to me is one thing, but the fact that you did it to your audience? Come on, chat. You can't stand for that. Don't let him sing Cats to you. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Objection.
Not cool. Yeah, I object. I absolutely object.
Okay, let's continue. That's enough shenanigans. We've probably lost 500 viewers from that.
Are you sure it's enough shenanigans, though? Are you sure?
I'm sure. We lost 40 viewers from that, so let's get back on track here.
Yeah, I didn't do that. That was your fault. That was your fault.
I take full responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, they're trying to get documents in that have not been cleared by the court. They jumped the gun. So that's as we were talking about before I so rudely sidetracked my own show.
So rude.
I believe it was Chandler was saying that Camille has a valid point there, that or one of you two said it. I can't remember my memories. I've gone full Mitch McConnell, so I'm not sure what happened 10 minutes ago.
God, it was me. It was me. That was too soon, Jeff. Too soon.
It's a valid thing that they could be releasing redacted information because the court hasn't cleared the document yet. Somebody jumped the gun, and now they got called out for it. Well, let's move on to the next problem. We're starting to get a little bit spicy in here. Elaine is starting to be a little grumpy and a little bit stupid. So yeah. Let's see. We'll take it here now. You have never, and I know Ms. Heard will give her account of this incident later in the trial, but just to be clear, you have never seen Amber inflict harm on herself or on her arms or anything like that, correct?
Objection! Compound!
Sustained.
That was aggressive. You've never seen Amber inflict harm on herself? That depends on your definition of harm, sir. That's quite a broad word. Can you please pull up your UK testimony on page 434?
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach?
Yes.
Sidebar. It's mine.
Sorry, I was reading chat. No, Vicky, he's not. I've been trying to get him on the show. I'm just curious as to which portion, because this is all...
Which?
Line 25, and then to 435.
I apologize.
No, that's okay.
Open court and scene.
Really? All that for that?
Yep. All right. That was
I pulled out my bitchy girl. I'm not happy about that.
I believe that there's other portions that involve other people. Okay, recordings involving more than just the subject. I believe that there's other portions that involve other people. But as best I'm aware of, well, actually, no. May we approach, because I think, sidebar. Mr. Rottenborn starts the sidebar. I think this one is like the plain one. I think it's a long video that was long audio from Australia. Mr. Depp wasn't present for most, but the portion that I'm going to play is just Mr. Depp yelling.
Here's the problem. Now, we're not putting this whole audio into evidence because there's other parts that people object to, right?
Well, I mean, it's just like, that's fine, but it's just like, the plain thing we did earlier.
I have to keep a clean record, okay?
I understand.
So I can't if we're not putting the full audio in. I didn't mind the other ones, that was putting the full audio in. But if you're just putting one part of it in, I have to make it clear for the record. I just need that audio clip to go with for the record.
Let's just do that.
I think I know this is the 4-hour Australia recording. Are you sure? Has this been...
You're suggesting it's just the two of them, or other people?
Oh, there's definitely other people in other parts. But I think the only other voices you can't hear... But I think the only part I'm playing, I think it's just him. I think it's just him. You don't know? There's other voices.
This is not good.
You can't hear anything, but it's him making a bunch of noises and yelling.
Is there no actual statements?
I think there are.
Well then, why don't we go ahead and take our afternoon break and you both can play it. I'd rather do that than hear it and all of a sudden it's the wrong one.
Well, I'm sorry for that.
That's okay. I just want to make sure I'm trying to get a clean record.
Thank you.
And then they take their break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to work out an issue with...
This is Rottenborn trying to get in parts of an audio that apparently he hasn't listened to himself and doesn't know if there's other people on it yet.
Wow.
I think is not an answer. I think is not an answer you should ever give to a judge. Yes, no, or I'll look into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I still think he should have been first chair if Amber wanted to win, but the problem is I'm comparing him to Elaine in terms of, who's the better lawyer and low bar, like I said.
The trouble is with Elaine, the bar's not real high, so judging by that as a standard,
it's like below the ground, pretty much. I mean, she's terrible, so... She
literally dug 6 feet under for this trial and then set the bar, so yeah. You just walk right over the top of it.
Wasn't there something from the other day when they just didn't look at the evidence, they didn't read the document, it was something like that. I mean, they're so inept, it's incredible. You would think they would have prepared a little better.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of exhibits and I know there's a lot to go through and I've never worked in litigation, but come on, this is the trial of the century. This is, the trial of your career. You're not going to go through all of the evidence. You're not going to listen to all of the audio and make sure that you know whose voice is on that tape. That's absolutely absurd. I don't get it. I do not get it.
Shannon 7 says, I love you guys. On my way to sit with my dad in the hospital and mom. And you're keeping me company. Made me chuckle. Well, we're glad we're entertaining you in the hospital.
Sending love.
Is good.
And well wishes.
And Grant Rasha, I just deleted your message. I'll have to go back and find it. Drowsy Dreamer says, you missed the sidebars before the jury is called. Day 5 or 6 is about Eve Barlow and Amber Heard or Guy. I didn't see them here in the transcript. I didn't see them. I've kind of combed through them all, so I don't know.
I don't think that was discussed in open court. I'm almost entirely certain the jury was not present for that part. But would it be considered a sidebar, or would that just be a separate hearing? I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's in these transcripts. I didn't see it. I was looking for sidebar. So if it's before the jury comes in, it would probably have been in open court. I guess. I don't know.
Well, so how do you define open court? Is open court is in front of the jury?
It's just on the record, just open, like you're not at sidebar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so something that the jury's not necessarily present, but someone in the gallery may hear what's being said.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, because I'm trying to define sort of like when we're going through the sidebar stuff, what's the stuff that we're familiar with and what is the stuff that we're not familiar with. Yeah. And we heard a lot that the jury was not present for, in terms of like some separate discussions where, the jury was sent out of the room, etc. But they're not all sidebars, so okay, good to know. I'm just curious. I appreciate the clarification.
Can't find it. This is what I was looking for. Grant Raja, Your Honor, I would like to enter these two photos that are the same picture, but with different filters that make JD look guilty. Yes, Your Honor. She's making us enter fake evidence.
No, she changed the lighting and it was a totally different picture. It was just different lighting. That's all.
Yeah.
Think again,
it was in the transcript, but not open court. Well, which day? Five or six? Because I didn't see it. We went through those pretty carefully. Oh, well. If you have a copy of the transcripts and you can give us a date and line number, page and line number, that would be awesome. Because I didn't see it.
I've seen it around. I don't think that it was a sidebar, though. I think it might have been, discussed, outside of, sidebar realm. So.
Well, it's in the transcripts, but not open court, so that would be a sidebar. But
it would.
Yeah.
Certainly. Okay.
If that's accurate, but I have no reason not to do it. But if someone has a day and a page and line number, that would be super awesome. And then we could do it and see why I missed it. Absent that, we're moving on to some Bredehoft. We got some Bredehoft coming.
Prepare your vocal cords.
Yeah. Your Honor, I have verified with the PR people. They have not released anything today, much less anything that would be an exhibit. They've never released anything that was not already in evidence, which means whatever was on Ms. Vasquez's phone has nothing to do with us.
Okay.
And the allegation, and what's bothering me is then they release these transcripts, and the people like us have been getting transcripts every day. They release them to the press. They're making unfounded allegations about...
What are you talking about?
You just see that going on the what are you talking about, Elaine? Our legal team suggesting we're releasing things, suggesting that other people are releasing things, and I'm very, very offended by it. Your Honor said
her fees were hurt.
Yeah, Your Honor said we need to verify it before we come up to this bench, and now there's been an allegation. Our legal team had something to do with this.
That's not what we did.
I think they wanted to make sure that it was clear, and then you went back and you made sure. I don't think anybody's taking this, that there was anything...
It did not come from us at all!
That's fine. That's been verified. That's fine. That makes sense. I just want to make sure, like you said, that no evidence gets out there from anybody until... As I stated, it also had Ms. Heard's email address. Now, I know. That's why I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention that that's happening. So that's fine. So I don't know where it's coming from, but I can tell you that I know Planet Depots has been getting... People can pay for the transcripts. Anybody can do it. So the transcripts are getting out. It could be anybody paying for them, and they'll take anybody's money. Your Honor, is this the court's website? It appears to be. It's really weird. That's the court's website. So, if I
Talk to
may,
yourself for a while, Chandler.
do somebody want to jump in?
No, you're almost done.
So if I may, just to show you, so under today's date, these are the exhibits, and that's the one. See, it might be. Have you downloaded? Have you downloaded anything today on the court? Have you downloaded any exhibits on the court website? That might be. We'll take a look. We'll take a look.
I'm just glad.
All right. Thank you.
All rise. Wait.
Mr.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor.
We'll take a recess until 3:40. All right. Thank you.
Okay. There's Elaine getting a little bit heated that we weren't responsible for these leaks. It wasn't us, but they accused us. And now people are going to get the transcripts and they're going to read that we were accused of doing this and we're going to think we suck. Yeah, surprise.
And sorry, that little giggle, I had to look myself. Eve Barlow's kicking out got its own set of transcripts. It was its own hearing.
Yeah, that was what I thought.
I put it in the private chat for you.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that would be really fun to read.
Oh, okay.
Like, maybe not tonight, because it's 22 pages, but...
Oh, my.
Oh, I think it'll be worth it.
That sounds fun.
Oh, look, it'll be worth it, but...
I could do this all day.
We may have to do this on Tuesday. Right. Well, let's see. We're not even done with the first damn day, and we're almost out of time. There's a lot of sidebars in day 8 and day 9.
Shall we continue?
We shall.
All right. If you can approach for a moment.
As soon as I can get this thing over here, where are we at? Okay.
Okay, so that was Exhibit 325, and that was the one that at first you had redactions on it. They said we wanted to see it without redactions. And you said we have no objection to the unredacted version, so that's what you put up, that's what you posted, and that's what was put in the evidence.
So...
I can't put any blame on anyone here, other than that's what we had, that was what was in evidence, that's what went up on the website. We have taken it down. Now, if you want to give us a redacted version of 325, we'll replace it.
The identifiers, yeah.
Whatever you want to do. The only one that didn't have a redacted by it. You guys owe me a lot, by the way. But now we'll do the 325 redacted, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we've got that taken care of. All right, are we ready for the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Whereupon the jury entered the courtroom and the following proceedings took place. Nothing we care about. This one we just read? Nope. All right.
You guys owe me a lot.
Yeah.
I love that. So good.
Judge is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked so tired by the end of it. She looked like she had been in battle. Just weary.
Yeah, and like I said, you can start this is only day 8 of 27, I think, and you can already see the cracks in her armor appearing. Go ahead, Ms. Myers.
May we approach, Your Honor?
Sure.
I have no objection to the portion of the text message at the top submitted on...
Court?
At the top?
Yes.
Yeah, submitted on March 9, correct?
Uh-huh.
The text at the bottom, a different time period. Sorry, from a different time period. I'm just not sure of the relevance.
I'm going to ask him about it later. Those are the 3 things that I may use in my cross. I just wanted to do it all now.
But you're not going to ask him questions on that right now?
What's the date on the 2nd?
May 12th.
Yeah, I probably will not ask him about those right now. But I don't want to come back up and do it.
Let's do the one that's published right now.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Open court and see.
Hidden, I love your girly voice. It's so feminine.
I've been practicing.
You just you did that higher register, and you know, I love how you knew you were like, I'm
it's
not going to
just-
do Camille that way.
It's just like I know that I have to try and do Maya's at least a little bit of justice because when I slipped into Jose over in fuck, I can't even do.
Oh my god! You're okay. So I have to say, like your Mexican accent was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my entire life. Australians don't understand what I mean. I just so
No,
I just
I can hear it in my head. I
was crying laughing.
From here to here, something gets lost in translation, and it's
and
like
you are you are totally
it's a
the
random
reason.
number generator. It's a random number generator to decide what accent actually comes out of my mouth.
You totally lost Jeff money. I'm sure that you are the reason that YouTube was just like, no, we're not letting you make money off of the ads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, when he messaged me, I'm just like
content.
Because when he sent me the message, he basically said, "So that stream's been demonetized for shocking content," and I was like, "Oops."
Yeah, you knew. See, I said it.
Well, I
YouTube was very offended by it
and demanded an answer, and we'll see what they have to say.
It was one of the funniest things I've ever heard, and I would pay you to see that again. It'd be really good.
Well, you don't have to pay him because you can just go back and watch it on replay.
No, I want to hear him do it like live. For me, just a little performance, if you will.
The
wait.
Don't
Juggy
put
Show.
me on I'll get performance anxiety, Chandler. Don't do that to me.
The Juggy Show, $5 super chat. I think I have decided that court recorders have the most amazing poker face. I would have died 1,000 times transcribing these sidebars.
Yeah, it's
right?
hard. It's hard not to. I mean, even playing the judge, I'm like I can't. It's hard. It's very challenging.
Well, let's continue. Let's get through this.
All right, where are we
10
starting?
minutes.
Which line?
Starting right there with Ms. Myers.
Objection, relevance, Your Honor.
All right, what's the relevance? Or do you want to approach?
Sidebar.
Please don't approach. Please don't approach. Okay, all right.
The relevance is the same relevance we've had all throughout and continues. I mean, it's a couple of days after the restraining order. Same relevance that you remember. I don't want to use the words if I don't have to. Remember the Honda Civic? That was after the
Honda Civic?
corpse. You want to see a corpse decomposing in a Honda Civic?
I just don't see the relevance of this for this defamation case.
Definitely going to be okay. I won't argue with you on this one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, but I will seek to get it in Ms. Heard's case.
Well, I'm not there yet. Just right now, I just don't see the relevance.
I just didn't want it to seem like...
Right now, I'll sustain for relevance. Thank you.
Open call.
I'm not there yet. Stop rushing me.
Those texts were like so freaking funny. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, that just shows, again, in addition to the other stuff we saw in Sidebar, 2 days ago, they had Rottenborn and Elaine literally have no sense of humor.
No.
None. Oh, hell no.
I have other uses for your throat that do not involve injury. Can you read it again?
Yeah. I mean...
The man has never sexted in his life. He has no idea. Oh my god. Oh, so totally humorless.
I mean, just the whole, what was the whole context of the text? It was like intercourser and leave a rotting corpse in the back of a Honda Civic or something like that. I can't remember what the exact text was.
We're going to drown her, and then
fuck her to see if she's still dead.
No, we're going to burn her, then drown her, and then fuck her to make sure she's still dead, and then leave her corpse rotting in the back of a Honda Civic.
And that is something that you would text venting to your friend about someone that annoyed you.
Well, it's very Monty Python-esque, but the thing that people forget, so like all of the amber stands are just like, that's abuse. It's like, no, you're not saying it to the person, you're saying it about the person.
Humor. And it was a text message that was never meant to be released or seen by her. He was venting his spleen. I so badly wanted Paul Bettany to be in there to read that, though. Could you imagine him reading that in his cadence? That would have been fucking hilarious.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's one thing we were talking about on Nick's stream, was he's literally quoting, essentially, he's like paraphrasing the Holy Grail.
It's Monty Python. It's Monty Python. That's all it is. But tell me that any woman who stands with Amber Heard has never vented about an ex and said, oh, I want to shove a cactus. I mean, even come on, like that's how you talk about somebody.
No. We're not just going to skip over that. At what point have you discussed a cactus with your friends?
No, I'm quoting Steph. I'm not saying. Well, I've definitely had friends who have vented about exes that way.
Okay.
I can't say that I've personally done that, but I've come up with other creative things that I'd want to happen to people who have, harmed or wronged me or whatever. It's venting. It's all about venting. Everybody does that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hide your cacti. Fair enough.
All right. Court.
Wait, I'm sorry. All right, if you want to approach.
Sidebar. Mr. Rottenborn says, Your Honor, this is the filing, which is totally irrelevant. The time frame doesn't matter.
Your Honor, she has made the allegations of abuse against him. This is months later.
That doesn't matter.
It's already been admitted with Mr. Baruch. It's the language he uses, the way he refers to women, Your Honor.
The way he refers to women, that's improper character evidence again.
It's not. It's about Amber. It's not improper hearsay. I'm only trying to get...
Wait a minute, I'm reading all of this.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll allow these two in, overrule the objection. So you have no other text that you want?
No.
Okay.
Open court and scene.
It's about Amber.
It's all about Amber. Everything's about Amber.
It was always about Amber.
And that brings us to the end of day 8. Which brings us to the end of our show, more or less. We got about 5 minutes. Doggos haven't twitched in 2 hours. So we'll remove them from the scene here. Wow, that was a lot of sidebars. And I think day 9 has the same number-ish. So we'll be reading more. How are things going in sidebar so far for you, Chandler Remington, Remy_legal?
I'm enjoying it. I really enjoy line reading in general. So I have a lot of actor friends who whenever they go on auditions, they'll want somebody to read their sides with them. And so I really love doing it. It's like one of my favorite things. It's really fun.
What have you taken away from these sidebars? Is there anything you've learned or note or had confirmed or dispelled?
Yes, well, I mean, something that I've learned definitely is that Rottenborn isn't as skilled as he makes himself look, but unfortunately for Elaine, I guess, good for him. Elaine doesn't know how to make herself look good in front of a courtroom. At least Rottenborn has that skill, but he appears to be making a lot of errors.
Herself look good in front of a mirror.
That's true. That's very true.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
And burn. But I'm just like, I thought that Rottenborn was much more competent than I guess these sidebars are making him out to be.
You gave him more credit because you couldn't hear what his actual arguments were in front of the judge. When it was in terms of pomp and circumstance in front of the jury and the gallery, he did seem to be a little bit more collected and have better arguments.
Yes.
Literally going in front of the judge and saying some of the things that he said, though.
Well, that's kind of
those
a good
two bars
point.
between Rottenborn and Bredehoft were a little closer together than I thought they were.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think if he made first chair, he probably wouldn't have, or if he was the first chair attorney, he probably would not have done much better.
Yeah, I think that's a good important point, is that what happens basically in open court is theatrics for the jury to a certain extent.
Which he's good at. He's good at playing that role.
These sidebar conversations, that's where the real arguments happen. That's the stuff that's the real arguments that the judge doesn't want the jury or other people to hear. That's where the real arguments take place, is the sidebar.
And it shows up that her team was not prepared. They did not listen to the audios. They did not identify who was on certain recordings. They didn't read, just whole documents that they were supposed to read that were crucial and essential to the proceedings. And so it's unfortunate, and now I'm seeing, the fact that they didn't really, I don't think they really got paid because I don't think that she was really able to pay them, and I I don't know how much they earned, whatever lawyering they did for her.
Did we find out how much Elaine got paid for that interview? The one that she did after the trial?
No.
I don't know how much she got paid for that, but my understanding is their bills were about $6 million.
Yeah, I think it was $6 million, and maybe she started to make up for it a little bit with that, but I don't think it was that much. Couldn't have been that much.
They probably got paid next to nothing.
Yeah, so that's my takeaway.
For a 6-week trial, jeez.
Poor bastards.
Yeah.
What about you, Hayden? Any particular takeaways from today's sidebars?
Look, basically just what I said is that Rottenborn really was living up to his name in these sidebars, honestly, in my own personal opinion. It was very clear that they were trying to do some shady shit.
Oh, yeah.
Which, like, based on what I saw in open court, I sort of expected from Elaine. It was funny seeing Ben Chu actually call her out on some shit, which I think was hilarious. I wish we'd seen something similar to that in open court, because that would have just made the trial that little bit funnier.
Come on, Elaine. Come on, Elaine.
Come on, Elaine.
That's going to be stuck in my head now.
It is.
Mind you, prefer that over the Mariana Cross song, so that's something.
We can sing Cats.
Let's not.
Jeff. I'm going to take him off. I will leave.
Well, we're all going to leave here in about 2 minutes, Chandler Remington.
I love you, Jeff.
The question is, do you want to grift before we leave, or do you just want to leave now?
I can grift a little, but
do that.
Well, do I?
Anyway, as we were saying, just kidding. Go ahead, Chandler.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chandler Remington, and for those of you who don't know me, I am a paralegal from Los Angeles, California. I have my own channel. It's @Remy_legal. You can see it right there. And please, if you are so inclined, go and check out my videos. Subscribe to me if you wish. I have a show later today where I am talking about feminism and how it is absolutely terrible and a scourge upon society, so look forward to that at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And after this, I will be on Layback News with Eric Hunley in about an hour. Thank you all for joining us, and nice to meet new faces. You like how I pulled that off? Yeah, I'm a professional.
You're a consummate professional. Very nice.
Thank you. I try.
Go ahead, Aussie Overlord.
Aussie Overlord, you guys, for the most part, know me. For anyone that's new, I'm currently in the process of retooling my show and dealing with some stuff, so I haven't really streamed much at all for the last 2 weeks. I'm hoping to sort of fix that. Yeah, very active on Twitter if you want to go and follow me there, Aussie Overlord. On YouTube, Rumble. I think I have a Twitch channel that I haven't used in about 3-4 months. But, yeah, I'm always here, happy to be a sidekick to keep you guys entertained and poke fun at Jeff. So, somehow I'm still increasing in subscribers despite not having actually live streamed in a little. But more Aussie, more Overlord. Well, we'll see.
Absolutely,
but
Jonathan.
I am posting videos and whatnot. I've done some pre-records, that sort of stuff. I'm just waiting for certain things to get edited, and then there'll be uploads there. But as always, guys, please remember, you are not a piece of shit. You do have value and you do contribute to society, especially if you go to my Teespring store now, because I do actually have glasses that specifically tell you you are not a piece of shit while you drink from them. So that's always fun.
Okay, and that's Aussie Overlord. And for me, you can get your Lorax merch here. I guess we got to pull it back here. The coffee mugs and the beer glasses and the T-shirts and the hoodies. But I got my mug yesterday, and it was you can't really see it there, but it came some assembly required.
Oh no!
Super glue. It looks awesome. It came in 4 pieces, so we got.
That's what you get for singing Cats to people. It's not okay. Karma.
They will sing Cats.
Retroactive karma. Damn it.
Yeah, but they are sending me a new. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, don't say that. That's gross.
No, that's terrible.
No.
Disaster.
That's going on a shirt.
5 minutes for instigating. Pre-karma. That's a sticky situation.
job.
Yeah. So
I wash my hands of it all. I have nothing to
should.
do.
should hope
I don't
You
know
should.
I don't know these people. I don't know them.
I
I
hope you wash your
I
hands.
don't.
of
Do
it.
we know them? I don't know them. I'm not familiar with these. How did I end up here? Letting the days go by. Anyway.
Yeah, hi, I'm Legal Vices, and this is my channel for the time being. But please hit the like button. Everybody, hit the subscribe button. Let's see how our like and subscribe poll finished today. What would your Depp v. Heard movie title be? 13% of you chose Amber Does Dallas. 17% of you chose Amber's B Spot. 30% of you chose Red Poo Diaries, and 39% of you chose Depp Throat. So there we go. That's the like and subscribe poll today. We'll be back with more of this on Tuesday because Monday will be the return of Maritime Monday. So the next reading will be on Tuesday of next week. That's kind of it. I might be on Gosney's channel on Friday evening, might be over on Laid Back News, might do a lot of things. Just stay tuned. We'll be back Monday for sure, and then Tuesday more of this. I think that's just about it. We'll head on over to Nick Starr. He's doing some sort of stream now. Not sure what it is, but he's doing that. We'll go on over and say hi to him. All right, everybody. Aussie Overlord, thank you, sir, for being here yet again for another day of this. Chandler, welcome for your first day.
Thank you. And thank you for having me, as always.
All right. And on that, we'll just say, whatever you do, enjoy your legal vices.
We are federales, you know, the mountain police.
If you're the police, where are your badges?
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Bye.